At the end of this video, we'll create the RNG random number generation system for our trail game. To get started, inside our configs folder, let's add a new module script, which I will rename to trails, and this will contain all the information about our different trails. So let's rename the module to local trails, and we will return trails here. And inside the trails table, we're going to have multiple tables. We're going to have a table for each rarity of crate, and then a table for each trail inside of each crate. So if I open up my crates module script, I've got common, rare, and legendary. So I'm going to copy all of the tables from here and paste them in. I'll replace the currency amount and layout order with a new table, and this will be the name of one of the trails. So in my common, I'm going to have a red trail, and this will be equal to a new table. If you want it to be more than one word, you can do square brackets like this, and I could do red trails, red trail. I'll just keep it one word for simplicity, and each trail is going to have a weight. I'll come back to that though. I'll do a comma, and I'm going to have 3 trails in my common crate, so I'm going to have a red, a green, and a blue. And then in the rare, I'm going to have a yellow and an orange. And in the legendary, I'm going to do a rainbow trail. I'm also going to remove the last comma on each of these table lists because we don't need it, but you can have it if you'd like. Each trail will have a weight, and the weights will add up to a number which will be used to get the random generated trail. We're going to pick a random number between 1 and the total weight, and whatever number that is depends on what trail we're going to get. So for the red, I'll give it a weight of 50. The green, I will give a weight of 30. And for blue, I'll give it a weight of 20. Now you can notice that these add up to 100. Your weight doesn't have to add to 100, but it makes the percentages easier to figure out in your head. We could do it up to 1,000 instead of 100, or we could do it to 500, or we could just do it to 130 or something like that. It doesn't have to add to 100, but it does make the percentages easier because we can clearly see that this is 50, green will have a 30%, and blue will have a 20% chance. I'll do the same for my yellow and my orange. I'll give the yellow a weight of 70% and the orange a weight of 30. And I'll give the rainbow a weight of 100 because it's going to be the only one in the legendary crate. Of course, add as many crates and trails as you want. Now we can close that script down, and we need to open up the crate handler. In here, we need a table which will hold the players opening a crate at the current time. So I'll call this crates being opened, and this will be equal to an empty table. And now before we return crate to clone in our by crate logic, I'm going to say crates being opened, and then I'm going to put in the player.userid as a key, and I'll set that to the crate type. So each time a player opens a crate, their user ID is stored in this table, and the value is going to be the crate that they're opening, so common, rare, legendary. And we're going to use that to get the pool of trails from that specific crate. We do need to reset that though. When we reset the crate opening state in the finished opening remote event, we just need to reset that. So I'll say crates being opened, then in square brackets the player.userid, and we'll just set this to nil to reset it so that they are not opening any more crates at the current time. Now I'm going to at the top say local trail equals get random trail, and we're going to pass through the player. This is a function we'll create in a minute. And then I will just print that the player got and the trail that they got, just so we can see what trail is being returned from this method. Let's now go and create this function. So at the top, I'm going to say function get random trail, and I'll pass through the player. The first one I'm going to do is get the type of crate, so the rare, the common, the legendary, so then we can access the trails within that crate. So common, rare, legendary, we can access those trails. So that is why we've got the crates being opened table. So I can say local crate type is crates being opened, passing through player.userid. And if that crate type doesn't exist, then we can return out of the function. So if not crate type, then we'll return and end. And then we'll get our pool of trails. So all the trails within this table here, the common or the rare or the legendary. So I'll just say local pool equals trails, and then in square brackets the crate type. If not pool, then return end. Same thing, if it doesn't exist, then we're going to just return out of it. Now we don't have this trails here, but this is just the module script. So where we've got our local crates, I'll just create a local trails, and this is going to be equal to require configs.trails. The first step to getting our random trail is figuring out the total weight, so the weight of all of the trails in the pool combined. So we'll say local total weight will be 0 by default, and we'll just loop through each trail in the pools for underscore comma data in pairs passing through the pool. Then we'll just do total weight plus equals data.weight to get the weight of the data. Just make sure this weight is spelled exactly how it's spelled here, or it won't work. Step 2 is to get the random roll, so we're going to roll a random number. Local roll equals math.random, and then we can pass through the starting number, which is 1, and the bounding number, which is total weight. And the final step is to find the result. We're going to loop through each bit of data in the pool. If the item we've rolled is less than the total weight up to that number, then we're going to return that trail. So local current equals 0, or name comma data in pairs pool to current plus equals data dot weight. And if the roll is less than or equal to the current, then we'll just return name. At the minute we're returning a string here and not the actual trail. That's because we don't have a trail object, we just have a name of the trail. But we're going to look into making the trails in the next video. So once we've actually created the trails, then we can update this to return the model of the trail that we want to put into the player. Now let's just test this, so let's press play. And if I open up a legendary crate, I should get a rainbow trail. It says in here, player got rainbow. So that's perfect. I'm just going to give myself some cash because I don't actually have any. I've spent it all testing. So I'll just open up my leader stats, give myself 1,000 cash. I'll open up a rare crate and see what I get. Yellow. And if I go for common, I'll do a few commons and I should get different. So green, I think that was a 30% chance. Red was a 50, and we'll see what I get this time. Red again, 50% chance. See if I can get the other one, the blue. Just keep rolling it. Of course, the higher your rarities, the harder it will be to actually get specific trails, and that is absolutely fine. You can see that our results here are saying green, red, red, green, green, red, red, green. So the blue is definitely harder to get than the red and the green, which is perfect. But it should still be possible. I am going to keep rolling. There we go, we get a blue. Perfect. So we can see the weighting is working. That is all we're going to do for this video. In the next one, we will actually look at making the models for the trails and hooking it up to the function that we've made. So stay tuned for the next video to this tutorial. I've created a playlist, which I'll leave a link to in the description, where I'll add all the videos for this tutorial as they get released. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more tutorials. We have a Discord server, which you can find the link to in the description, where you can ask for programming help, help others, or just chat there. You can also leave feedback on our videos and our channel. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.